well as a code of conduct for the members of our armed forces, which reads, "I will never forget that I am responsible for my actions. I will trust in my God and in the United States of America." In closing, I would like for us to remember the words of Ronald Reagan. "You and I do indeed have a rendezvous with destiny. We will preserve for our children this last best hope for man on the earth." Thank you.
Eddie Hendry, your 2-minute closing statement, sir.
Thank you, Doc, and I want to thank you all again for all coming. This has been very inspirational to me, and I hope it has been to y'all also. So what are we going to do? We're all mad. We all know that there's problems that we have to fix. What are you going to do, Eddie Hendry, as my representative in Washington? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to your concerns. I'm going to base any decision I make on 2 things: the U.S. Constitution and the Bible. And if you make decisions based on those 2 things, you're not going to make too many errors. And you're going to keep most of the people happy. We have complex problems. As I said in my introduction, I'm a former military officer that's been in charge of multi-million-dollar equipment and budgets and troops, responsible 365 days a year. You have to be able to juggle glass balls and bounce the rubber ones off the wall until you can get to them. We have to instill moral and ethical values back to Washington. That's where the train went off the track. And as your next congressman, I promise you I'll do all of my power to do that. As I said before, this election is about your children and your children's children. We cannot allow them to be saddled with what's going on in Washington right now. I look forward to taking that oath again to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, and look forward to being your next congressman. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hendry. Ron McNeil, sir, your 2-minute closing statement.
I do appreciate all of you being here, and Doc, nice meeting you. This group, this is a fine group of people up here. I'm glad to get to know all of them. I think you'll know enough about me soon to realize that I won't ever need a teleprompter or a poll to decide how to lead. This November, we got to make a difference. We don't have another November. If we don't make it now, we're going to lose this country. Because when there's more than 50% that are only the programs for social programs in the national labor unions like SEIU, and on the government payroll, and on people who don't pay taxes, when that group gets more than 50%, and I don't know that it's not there. If it gets more than 50%, there will never be another conservative Congress until we have chaos and then anarchy and then a revolution. Okay? Don't think we can't go down the drain. Don't think we may not have rescission and other things of states in our country if this thing goes the way it's going for the next 10 years. This will be absolute havoc. And I would advise all of you, get close to your families, get close to your church, get close to your community, and start protecting yourself for the future. Because if we don't turn this thing around in November, there's going to be hell to pay in this country. And it's going to go to positions that you would never have dreamed America was going to go to. And as I said earlier in the night, I was the kind of athlete who won the dadgum ball at the end of the game. And I want to ask you now to give me the ball.
Steve Sutherland, your 2-minute closing statement, please.
First of all, I want to thank the Bay County Republican Party for sponsoring this event. Doc, thank you for being our moderator tonight. In 1787, when Ben Franklin stepped out of the convention hall, having made the decision with the others that were there on the government that they were going to be giving the people, he was asked this question: "Mr. Franklin, what type of government did you give us?" He responded, he said, "A republic, if you can keep it." Well, I would ask you, are we, the people, going to keep it? If so, we must continue to rise I'm encouraged by your presence tonight. You represent all that is great in this country. And I applaud you for taking out of your evening to be here to talk about the future of this great nation. You know, this year we will make a choice. We will trade in that republic that Franklin and many brave men gave us for a European-style socialist agenda and a type of government that wants to meddle into every area of your life. Or we can recommit anew in the presence of our children and say, this will not fall on my watch. I promise you that I will fight. You can sense some anger in my voice because I am furious. And it is time for men and women of this country to go to Washington, D.C. and take our country back. Take our country back. Thank you for being here tonight. If I have the privilege of serving you, I will serve you with honor, distinction, with faithfulness, and with integrity. I would appreciate your vote. I need your support going forward. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Time for your 2 minutes closing statement.
Thank you to all of you for being here and for caring like we all do about what's happening to this great country of ours. And I thank my gentlemen competitors as well. Everybody up here is a nice person and a good American, but quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, that won't do when we're in for the fight of our lives. And Eddie says something about everybody being mad. Well, I'm not mad. And I'll tell you why. I was a professional tennis player before I went to law school, and I was taught the great proverb that says, whom the gods wish to destroy, they first make mad. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm determined. That's a whole lot worse. I know what it is for almost 30 years to go into battle every day of my life as a career with the Constitution having been read, if it was applicable, the statute, the law, and to fight for someone else, not for me, but to fight as a lawyer. I'm required to fight as a guardian of liberty and a guardian of truth. That's what we need in this country. We are in for the fight of our lives, and we all know it, and that's why we're here. It's our Constitution, it's domestic, it's foreign. It is not enough for one of us to win this race and just send a Republican. The time is short, the time is near, it's a critical crossroads in this country. We must send someone up who can battle within the rule of law, because that's the only way we can fight back, push back, and win this country back to what it needs to be under the Constitution of the United States. I want your vote, I will be your Congresswoman, and I will be your advocate. Thank you.
I believe I'm required to offer 30 seconds to Mr. Hendry if you choose. Okay.
I would just say that you back a bulldog in the corner, you better watch out what's coming after you.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate that very much. I just want to say I want to give my thanks to the Bay County Republican Executive Committee for inviting me to do something that's, if you've ever heard me on the radio, completely out of character for me, which is to be a model of decorum and completely unopinionated and a moderator. And I appreciate the opportunity to bring my alter ego. I will be up to my old tricks in the morning, and I appreciate if you would listen. We have been recording the program this evening, and I will have highlights and sound bites all morning long, tomorrow morning, at 94.5 on the FM dial. I'm on from 6 to 9 in the morning, and there's been quite a lot of material for sound bites in the morning, so I appreciate it if you give me your listenership in the morning, give me an opportunity to share with you some of the highlights of this evening. Again, it's 94.5 in the FM dial. I appreciate it. John, I believe you have a few words.
Thank everybody for coming tonight. I particularly want to thank the candidates for coming. we have a great opportunity this year, it's not just an opportunity, it's an essential need to change what's in Washington, to change the direction of this country. And I think any of these 5 candidates that we have up here tonight would be far better than what we have in Washington right now. Party, I want to encourage you to get out there and do something about it. Do like these folks. They've stepped up to the plate. Now it's your turn to get out there and help them. Pick a candidate, get involved in the campaign, and help work and get one of these Republicans elected this fall, okay? That's your charge, and that's your end of the deal on this election. And I want to thank all these folks here, and I think they deserve a round of applause here.